Hi, everyone. It's Wendy from Encore Living. I just want to ask you, how do you form your opinions? Okay, how do you do that in this day and age with so much, political rhetoric and opinions being flying around saying, "Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong, and Fox is right, and CNN is wrong, and blah blah blah, and back and forth, and we get to fighting and yelling at each other and not listening anymore. We just stop listening. And that is really sad because at our age, we should know better. That's how you learn, is to listen. I remember back in the 60s, there used to be a television show, and I forget what it's called, Crossfire or something like that. And one person would take they would take opposing viewpoints on a topic. One would be pro, one would be con. We would sit there and we would listen to both sides, and then we would decide, yeah, I agree with him, I don't agree with her, or vice versa. And that was it. We just listened and respectfully made up our minds. I know that back in the day, universities and colleges used to have debate teams. And I don't know if they do anymore because there's so much pushback on having an opinion. You know, you might get thrown out of university for having the wrong one. But yeah, being able to have a debate and discuss what you think, and you've done your research, and the other side has come up with a different opinion, and they've done their research, and you listen to them, and you decide who you agree with. And we don't do that anymore. We don't listen. We don't. We just hear one side, and it's, I guess maybe because we're lazy. We hear what we want to hear, and say, "Yep, that's my opinion too. I'm done. I don't have to do anything further. I agree with that." And so that's just being lazy. Uh, because you haven't done any research, you haven't come to formed any opinions of your own. You've just taken on somebody else's. I know that young people, yeah, people my age as well, don't want to be the lone yay in a room full of nays, okay, and vice versa. We want to be liked. We want people to not ostracize us because we don't agree with them. If 100 people are saying we don't like this guy, then you should agree with us. And if you don't, well, we want you to leave. That just drives me crazy. I love being the one singled out, singling out everything, because then I can give my side of the story, but only if people are willing to listen to what I have to say. So that takes courage, and I think some of the most courageous people I have ever heard from are those who are willing to be that lone person who is willing to say, "This is what I have researched, this is what I have come up with, and this is what I believe. What do you have to say?" So basically, it's all about kindness. Listen to each other, pay attention, be open, have you open your mind, because our kids are listening to us. Our kids, our grandkids, they are listening to us. They are seeing what's on television, and the hatred and the fighting, and if that's what they're seeing, then that's what they're going to think is okay. So don't be that person. Open your mind, listen. Okay, so that's really all I have to say today. I'm just sick of all this hatred and fighting. And I mean, I am learning new things every day that I didn't know. I was watching television today, as a matter of fact, on a particular subject, and I didn't even know that it had been researched further and had been proven false. But I do now because I listened, and I now know, and I've looked at the research and stuff, and realized I was wrong. And you know how hard that is for people to say nowadays? I'm wrong. And I'm willing to change my mind. So that's enough to make you, fall down and with your mouth hanging open. Oh my God, you're willing to change your mind? Yes. Yes, I am. And you should be too. You should be willing to listen and change your mind because your kids are watching you and they need to learn that too. Anyway, that's all I really had to say today. So if you would like to know when I'm going to post something again, then please click below and subscribe. Otherwise, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Have you changed your mind about something? Uh, I would love to hear about it because I've changed my mind about lots of things too. And it's quite liberating to do that. So, anyway, take care and we'll talk later. Bye bye.